excited about this recipe that I'm gonna share with you because I've kind of been feeling the cold a little bit. It's like 40 degrees outside and I've kind of just been in the mood for some soup. So that's what I'm gonna make today. Today I'm gonna make some chicken apple orzo soup, and here's how. These are my ingredients. The first thing I have here is some chicken. I also have my orzo noodle. I have some kale. I really like to add kale into my pasta. It's chicken apple orzo soup, so I have my apples here. I have my clove, 2 teaspoons of that. I also have about 3 cloves of garlic. I have some rosemary, some parsley, celery, carrots, and 1/2 of an onion. And then I also have 6 cups of chicken broth, and then my salt and my pepper. So here's how I got started with this. I took my chicken and I put it into our pot with about medium heat for about 15-20 minutes, just so the chicken could cook. And now I'm gonna show you how I shred my chicken. So all you wanna do is let the chicken cool after you take it out, and you just kinda wanna just shred your chicken like that. It's super easy. Like I said, just make sure you let the chicken cool or you will burn yourself. If you take a look at this apron I have on, how cool is this? This apron was created by an artist for Artwear Detroit. Her name is Michelle Ludgren, and she hand painted all of this. Like, this is all handmade. So I think this apron is super duper cool. I am a native of Detroit and I'm proud of it. And I just think this apron is really cool. Good job, Michelle. As a child growing up, I think I would be more interested in Disney Channel or Nickelodeon, but I found that watching the Food Network channel was a lot more intriguing to me, and that's really where I got my start. I was between the age, I don't know if I was 4 or 7. My mom says 4, and she would probably know. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, 4 is kind of young. But between the ages of 4 and 7 is when I started cooking. So my carrots, my celery, my onion, my garlic is in here and it's cooking. It's gonna kind of soften up a little bit. Now I'm gonna add in my chicken broth. I'm just gonna stir this, turn my heat up a little bit. And I'm gonna kind of let those flavors marinate for about 10 minutes. And while that's marinating, I'm gonna chop up my apple. And these are Gala apples, and you can use Gala or Baldwin apples, whichever you choose. But these apples go really good in soups. On a cold fall day, there is nothing like a nice warm bowl of soup. And this recipe is so good. It warms you up on the inside. The smells, imagine coming home and preparing this dish in your kitchen, just filling up with the aroma of the apples and the aroma of the onion and the celery and the carrots. It's nothing like this. And I love soup. This recipe is so good just by itself. It has everything you need. It's healthy, it's tasty. You can take it, I don't know, to work or school with you and just heat it up in the microwave. This recipe could last you a couple of days throughout the week. So there's nothing like it. So now I'm gonna take my chopped Gala apples and I'm gonna put them in my pot with my celery and all my other yummy things. I just wish you could smell this right now. I wish you could smell the celery and the onion and the garlic. Oh. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes. So now I'm going to just chop my kale. And kale, like I said, is super duper good. I think it tastes great, and it tastes great in a lot of recipes. You could substitute it for spinach if you'd like, or you could do spinach and kale. It's completely up to you. For this recipe, I like to just use kale. And so now I'm gonna just take my kale and I'm gonna put it in. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at there, look at there. All right, I'm gonna add in my kale. And let that kind of just cook a little bit. And then I'm gonna add in my orzo. Like that. And then I'm gonna add in my shredded chicken, which, if you remember, we cooked this first in this pot, and we shredded it ahead of time. And I'm just gonna kind of stir all this in like that. Plenty of chicken, plenty of apples, plenty of kale, carrots, and celery. It smells divine. Okay, so now I'm gonna add in my spices. I have my rosemary. I'm just gonna take this and kind of just pluck this off like that. A nice amount of rosemary. It adds great flavor. It pairs really well with apples and, of course, chicken. And then I have my clove. It's ground clove, and that goes really well with apples. And I have my garlic. I love garlic, so I know we put in 3 garlic cloves, but I'm gonna add some garlic powder in there because garlic is my thing. And then a little bit of salt. And pepper. And stir all these. Stir it all together, mix it all up. So now I'm gonna let this sit for about 20 minutes, and everything is gonna mix and marinate, and the flavors are gonna blend, and then we're gonna come back. We're gonna taste it. We'll be back. So our soup is ready. It's all done, and it's time to taste. Look at that. Look at those apples, those carrots, that kale, plenty of chicken. You see the orzo in there. This is a hearty, delicious, warm soup for this cold, brisk air. Okay? Well, look how good that looks. So I'm just gonna garnish it with a little bit of parsley, make it look nice. And there you have it. There's our chicken apple orzo soup. I can't wait for you all to try this recipe. It's so good, it's warm, it's hearty, and it's perfect for these cold fall days. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Whip It Up with Devin. For recipe details, visit us at www.whipitupwithdevin.com.